My eyes changed color overnight, from dark brown to full black. The doctors have no explanation, and every morning for 11 weeks, the pillow beside mine has an indentation in it, the exact size of a child's head. Welcome to Untold. What it took with it. Part 4 of 4. I woke on the stone floor, cheek flat against the cold stone. My glasses were beside my face, one lens cracked. The hanging bulb was still on. I had no sense of time. My phone showed 11:47 p.m. I had gone down to the chamber at 9 in the morning. I had been on that floor for 14 hours. The entity was gone. I lay there for a while without moving, because I needed to establish that I was alive and that my heart was beating and that air was moving in and out of my lungs. It was. All three. The cold in my sternum had not entirely gone. A residual cold smaller than before, sitting at the center of my chest like a stone left in a fire that has gone out, still holding the cold after the heat has moved on. I pushed myself upright. My hands were shaking badly enough that I could not grip my bag strap cleanly on the first 2 tries. I looked at the folding table. The ledger was closed. Not just turned to a different page, closed flat, the cover face down. I did not open it. I left everything except my phone and my glasses, and I went up the stairs for the last time. I drove back to Kuala Lumpur that night. I did not stop. I have not returned. Here is the part that I have not been able to explain away. The part that does not allow me the comfort of acoustic anomaly or trick of light or stress. Induced hallucination. 3 days after I left the estate, I went to see my mother. She came in from the garden and looked at me and stopped walking. She said, "You look different." I asked her how. She sat down slowly. She put her hands on the table. She looked at my face for a long time in the way mothers look at faces they have memorized. Then she said, "Your eyes, they changed color. They used to be dark brown. Now they are black, not dark black. Fully." I went to the bathroom and looked. She was right. I have been to 3 ophthalmologists. All 3 tell me the same thing. My irises are fine. The coloration is unusual, but not medically concerning. There is no explanation for why they would change color in adulthood, but there is also nothing wrong with my vision. I see perfectly. I see, if anything, too well in low light now, which the doctors say is also unusual but not impossible. The second thing, I have begun waking up at 3 a.m., not naturally, not from a dream. I wake the way you wake when a sound has just stopped, every night, for 11 weeks now, at exactly 3 a.m. When I wake, the room is fine. My apartment is fine. I check. But every morning when I make my bed, I find the same thing. The pillow beside mine, the left pillow, the one I never sleep on, has an indentation in it. Precisely the size and depth a child's head would make. I have slept alone for 11 weeks, every morning the indentation. I went back to the archival photographs I had taken before I dropped my phone and lost consciousness. The photographs are intact. Hundreds of them, every page of every ledger I had opened. I have been going through them because I needed to understand. Because the cross beside my name, the 1897 entry, the name in the floor. It implied something I could not accept, that there was a Farid Osman who died in that room, and that somehow the coincidence of our shared name was what drew the entity to me. That it had mistaken me, or that it had not mistaken me at all. I found what I was looking for, and what I had been hoping I would not find, in the last set of photographs. The plantation employment records from the 1890s included birth registration documents. I found the 1897 Farid bin Osman's record. His father's name was Omar. His mother's name was Khadija. My grandfather's name is Omar. My grandmother's name is Khadija. I sat with that information for a week before I could write this. The entity was not mistaken. It did not circle my name by coincidence. The man who died in that sealed room, sealed alive, left to suffocate in pressed air, his name scratched into the stone floor with his fingernails as the air ran out, was my great-great-grandfather. The ledger did not have my name in it. It had his. And the reason I could not separate myself from the cross in the margin was because I was never separate from it. His death had been waiting in that room for someone from his blood to open the door. I am the one who opened the door. I understand now what the entity wanted, not to harm me, not to possess me, to be witnessed. 120 years of names sealed in darkness, crosses in margins, and nobody had ever gone in and looked at them as individual people, as the dead. I was the one sent to catalog them. I was the one who would know, because of whose blood I carry, what those names cost. But understanding what it wanted does not mean the debt is settled. Every morning the indentation, the cold in my chest has not fully left. Some days it is barely there. Some days, around 3 a.m. it deepens briefly, just for a moment, just enough to remind me, and then releases. My eyes are still black. I called the estate this week. The renovation has been completed. The basement chamber has been sealed back up, not demolished, not opened further. Sealed. The new owner could not explain why. The workers simply refused to remove the stone walls. Every time they took one down, they found the next morning it had been rebuilt overnight. So they left them, 47 crates still inside, I assume, the records, the names, the crosses. Last night I woke at 3 a.m. as always. I checked the pillow. The indentation was there. I lay back down, I closed my eyes. From inside the wall of my apartment, very faint, very clear, a child's voice, counting names. That's it for part 4. Follow Untold Lores for part 1 of our next story. Like and subscribe for daily stories.